Bob Fryer here in the AAPEX studios. A big thank you to our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care. We have got Jessica Toliuszis with us from Highline Warren. It's very nice to have you here.
Hi, Bob. It's
Hi.
nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, you are more than welcome. All right, so we're talking about women in the industry, and not to offend anyone, but it's not an industry that is generally thought of as women, but there are many, many women in this industry, some of which should be heralded and perhaps are not, and you've got a few we should talk about.
Yeah, sure. I think in the industry as a whole, it's probably less than 23%, and if I think about female technicians, it's probably less than 2%. And obviously we have a technician shortage, so I think like Warren Buffett said, if you're only competing against half of the population, then we're not taking advantage of all of the resources that we have out there. So we're doing a lot of work in order to recruit more women, both in the technician side, as well as throughout the industry, in order to bring that up, because companies that have more diversity perform better overall.
I think that's very much true.
Yeah.
Let me ask you before we get to some of the names, when you say you're doing work to promote and try to attract women into the industry, what sort of work is that?
I'm so glad you asked, Bob.
Oh, good.
This year we just hit a huge milestone. Last year we hit $1 million that we had given away in both money and tools to support women that were interested in careers in this industry. And that can be a technician, that can be someone who's interested in marketing or getting their MBA from Northwood University. So we're doing that. So last year we hit $1 million.
Yeah,
and that's after like 25 years. This year we are going to hit 1.5. We gave away $413,000 in money and tools to women who are interested in careers in this industry.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a job well done.
Yeah, well, it's a team effort, I think,
I mean,
Bob.
not just you, obviously, yes. So some of these women that you want to talk about specifically.
Sure. Yeah, I think Sue Godshed is somebody that I think a lot about. She's the president of Federated Auto Parts. She's been in the industry for 51 years.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that incredible?
That is amazing.
And what she is doing to bring suppliers and members together to completely disrupt the supply chain is extremely innovative. I think about her being at the forefront of these trends, even after 51 years, that there's still so much innovation and so much further that we can go, and she is one of those people that I think about.
When you think about women in the industry today, 22% and 2% as technicians, the fact that she was involved 51 years ago, you know what that number was like back then. So that's an amazing accomplishment.
Sure, yeah, how much it must have changed.
Yeah, she was a glass ceiling breaker, yeah.
Exactly.
Get another?
Also, yeah, I mean, I think about Tina Hubbard.
Okay.
She's in the heavy duty industry, and she is revolutionizing the way people think about heavy duty. She has this great phrase that is, learn it, earn it, and return it. Okay. And she loves to say that she's at the place of her career where she's trying to return it. She's trying to pay it back. She's trying to pull other people forward.
Right.
And she is at the forefront of right to repair. So we just went to Capitol Hill as an entire industry. She dressed up like the Bill and led everybody.
I saw her.
I think you're interviewing her next, or you just did?
Not dressed as the Bill, but yes, I was there in DC.
I wish she was.
That would actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then we do a Schoolhouse Rock and it'd be great.
Yeah, she raised her hand and she said, no, not only do I want to go there and talk about how right to repair is affecting the heavy duty market, but I want to take this extra step and put on this costume and really make sure that we have an impact when we're there on the Hill.
Yeah, I was there in DC, and actually the representation of women was quite extensive. There were a lot of women there, which was, good to see.
We ran out of scarves. We had so many women, we ran out of scarves. It was great.
I wore one of the orange ties, I did.
Yeah, thank you for not taking a scarf.
We've got a few more seconds if you want to get to one more.
Yeah, sure, I would be happy to. There's so many. I want to thank like Rebecca Conway. She started an entire industry women's group for batteries, which is fascinating, and batteries has even fewer women in it. That's really cool. Michelle Allen, she's the VP of Sales at Valvoline. She's been in the industry for 17 years, all the while with Valvoline. She's pivoted throughout her career between accounting and sales and marketing, and is really at the forefront of like building teams and leadership.
Well, Jessica, it's just wonderful to meet you, and I'm so glad that you stopped by the AAPEX studios. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
And a big thank you again to Repairify, our sponsor, and Great Water 360 Auto Care. You can check them out down at Joe's Garage. I'm Bob Fryer, and we will see you right back here in the AAPEX studios.